were in this hole, and I didn't realize how, bad it was.
We're getting a look at the aftermath of severe weather in some of our northern counties, from a road washing away to a possible tornado touching down. And right now, first responders in Walker County are performing high rescues. This is near the town of Riverside. Our own Jason Miles is the only reporter there as these rescues are still underway. Jason, what is the latest there?
I'm happy to report the rescues seem to be wrapping up, but I'm standing on a bridge over Harmon Creek along FM 980 where it has been a staging area most of the morning, even starting around midnight and overnight. The road on the other side of this bridge, impassable, so FM 980 closed right now in this particular area. Meanwhile, take a look at some video we shot just within the last couple of hours. Multiple boats spending much of the morning here in Harmon Creek. You can see the water moving very swiftly. That creek flows into the nearby Trinity River. Now, these particular crews out here this morning, organized by Texas A&M Task Force 1, included folks from Conroe Fire and Rescue and other agencies. I'm told several dozen people were brought out from the backside of a flooded neighborhood in areas where vehicles, trucks, could not access roadways. Here's what one disabled evacuee had to tell me.
It started around midnight, the bad weather, and by daylight, we had 4 foot of water in the area, 5 to 6 inches of water inside my RV.
And there was no way to get out, right?
No way to get out. My porch kind of raised up, blocked my door. I had to get my son to pry the door open.
Mr. Jones said they have multiple cats on their property too, so they were trying to wrangle them as well as the waters rose. Other agencies, including Huntsville and Walker County rescue crews, have been out here today as well. We even saw a Coast Guard helicopter up above for support. I don't think anyone was actually rescued using the helicopter, though. Fortunately, no word of injuries related to the flooding here. And back here live, looking at Harmon Creek as it flows into the Trinity River. You certainly don't want to be caught up in this swift moving water. I'll have much more from here coming up later on KHOU. For now, reporting live from Riverside, Texas, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
Thank goodness no injuries up there. Let's take a live look outside now here in Houston. Things are mostly calm as those storms move out. Pat Kavlin, a rough morning for so many people. How are things looking now?
Yeah, and this all started yesterday, so we're talking about 24 hours of rainfall and some big numbers really as you go north and east of the area. Areas to the west virtually untouched, though, but it was locations well to the north of the city of Houston where our Jason Miles was up in Trinity County that saw some of the worst of it. Also, though, into northern Grimes County, getting into Madison County. Look at some of these totals here. Just to the north of Beat Eyes, upwards of 10 inches of rain. These are radar estimates taking you into Trinity County, out towards also Polk and San Jacinto. Rain totals ranging from 4.5 inches out towards Corrigan to over 9, close to 10 inches out towards Oakhurst and in the Trinity area. That's where they had that flash flood emergency yesterday evening. A little closer to home here, city of Houston coming in just under an inch of rain, but on the east side of Harris County out towards Baytown, 5.5 inches, over 7 inches for Mont Bellevue, about 3.5 inches for Southern Liberty County, and about 3 inches in Chambers County. So that brings us to the big question: how are the bayous doing? We go to the Harris County Flood Control District flood gauges, and everything in the green here for the city for the most part. Couple gauges though starting to show up in the yellow. This red one here is the spillway for Lake Houston, where the water is actually going over the spillway. Overall, though, things are okay right now. However, all that rain that fell upstream has to flow downstream, so we are going to be watching the west and east forks of the San Jacinto River here for the potential to see some flooding, especially along FM 1485 as we get into the day tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Flood warning in effect there as we get into tomorrow. Otherwise, though, all the rain is starting to push offshore. We are going to be mainly quiet here through the rest of today. Maybe just a couple flare-up showers, maybe a rumble of thunder for our coastal counties. The city and everyone else, though, should be dry. Going to be a hot day today, Ron. Temperatures in the upper 80s. We're tracking more storms by midweek. The details on that in 15 minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Pat. North of Huntsville, the water washed out a portion of FM 2989, taking 2 cars in the process. Luckily, everyone made it out, but one man is still in the hospital right now. Stephanie Whitfield talked with people involved and the emergency responders. She joins us now with what the roads are looking like today. Hey, Stephanie.
We're on FM 247 just north of Huntsville. The rain cleared out early this morning, but take a look. This is one of several roads where high water continues to be an issue today. Wild weather led to at least a dozen water rescues in Walker County overnight. High water put homes and cars in danger along Harmon Creek. The rain also washed out a portion of FM 2989. Carissa and Joe Wilkie were driving home on that road when it happened.
You could feel, the car just sinking. And so at that point, he's like, okay, we need to get out.
Her husband says the only way out was through a rear door.
When I got out of the car and stood on it, it all gave way and I fell like chest deep into the water. And then I remember seeing her like up on the hood and crawling onto, there's like a slanted piece of asphalt.
Carissa took these pictures after they both made it to safety. She says their car washed away within minutes. Not long after, they say another family got stuck too.
I ran over to them and, I tried to help them whatever way I could. I grabbed their daughter, and the husband, he could barely walk. They were beat up pretty bad because the hole was really deep at that point. They're very lucky. I mean, we're all lucky, but they're lucky that they made it out.
Today, the Walker County Office of Emergency Management says the hole in FM 2989 is 25 feet deep. It's one of several roads still closed today.
Thankful that we're here, and things could have been way worse.
We did try to check out that road that washed out. TxDOT crews are there, but they say that FM 2989 is just too dangerous for anyone to drive or even walk on right now. So it'll be a while before it's passable again. In Walker County, Stephanie Whitfield, KHOU 11 News.
And take a look at this, a possible tornado touchdown in Trinity. You can see the damage to homes. At least one is destroyed, trees uprooted, and even a car turned upside down. Minor injuries have been reported there. The National Weather Service is currently on the scene surveying the area. And we'll continue covering the cleanup from these severe storms in our later newscast. For the latest updates anytime you want, just head to KHOU.com.